From Target Field in Minneapolis, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Minnesota Twins. John Shambi along with Chris Singleton. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And towing the slab, Joe Ryan. How about a scouting report on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Coming up on the first pitch, TJ Friedl getting ready to hit. And that's how he gets started here in Minnesota.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Trying to bunt his way on.
That's foul.
And that's foul. Ryan, an all-star a season ago, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018. This to center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And a man aboard.
Batting second, the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Quick toss to first, and he dives back in safely.
That's the ball.
Friedl on at first, nobody out. Runner takes off, swing and a miss. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
And it's second.
Ball.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Just starting out here at Target Field.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That was pretty nasty. Here's the lineup for the Reds. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, TJ Friedl.
Just really solid numbers. He's coming off of a month where he hit over 350. So when you talk about solid at bats, taking the walks, driving in some runs, he's doing it all right now.
Next for Cincinnati, MLB Marte.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
Hee-haw!
The 0-1.
That's the ball. That's down.
One out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series.
He's
ball
just
inside.
missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Now all even up. Swing and a pop-up. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
To third, Clemens. That's out number 3. The Twins coming up, no score. You're watching Reds baseball on The Show, Ohio. Back in Minnesota. And going for the Reds in this one, Hunter Green. What should we keep an eye on here?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Here's Trevor Larnach.
Number 9, Trevor Larnach.
Hook!
Check swing. He went 0-2. On the ground to the left. And it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
In the dirt. Fires to second.
No, he's in
Almost
there.
got him. But he scrambles back safely. And the 1-0. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And that skips into dirt. No outs. Runner on second. This one in the air, right field. Base hit into the outfield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Here's Byron Buxton. Runners on the corners, no outs.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there. And now we take a peek at the Twins lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Matt Wallner.
Yeah, he's been swinging it really well over the last few weeks, man. An OPS over 900 last month. He's put the team on his back, just carrying these guys. Definitely the guy you want up there right now, especially when you need a big swing of the bat.
First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. Two on, one out.
The last thing
That's
he
the
wants
ball.
is to hit the ball
Outside.
on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
Hike one.
That one is
Ball.
upstairs.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Runners are at the corners, one away. And they're all
Ball
loaded
four.
up.
Runner, take your
That
base.
sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Cody Clemens, the next Twin up to hit. Golden opportunity right here. Grounder might be two. There's one. Over to first, but it's offline.
I promise you there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
That one ripped, but foul. Two on, two outs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Nobody in his team has scored more runs than he has this season, Singy. Inside, almost got him. And a 1-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Good job at damage control right there. One run in the inning, but they lead two. On to the second for Minneapolis. Twins lead it 1-0. This is Reds baseball on the show, Ohio. New inning getting started. In now for the Reds, Sal Stewart. And that is out of play. Next pitch
Ball
is outside.
outside.
Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson, a consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone, but once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Ball up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and now one away.
Hike. Ball.
Tries
he
to
go?
hold up, appeal to first, did not go. And he grounds one to the right side. Bell takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, Gavin Lux.
Here's Gavin Lux to hit. Hitless in 4 at bats yesterday. he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Right side, hard hit. And that is that. Reds go down quietly. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now for the Twins, Brooks Baldwin. Bunting for a hit. And that goes foul. 0-1.
That missed. That's a ball.
Slider for a strike. Swings and misses. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
No, that's up.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment.
Ball.
Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling, and you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
Johnny Pareda stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Nope, ball.
That one lifted to left. Yastrzemski on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Twins are set down 1-2-3. But they still lead it 1-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Jose Trevino.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they've still got both their challenges. This one in the air, right field. Dives and it gets by. And he'll pull into second safely.
Batting 9, the second baseman, Matt McLean.
That's in there. Strike 1. And it's second. In the air to left center. Buxton has a beat on it. And there's one away.
Up next in Cincinnati, the center fielder, T.J. Friedel.
So back to the top of the Reds lineup. Here's the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single.
That's inside. Ball.
One out, and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
That's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Inside, almost got him. Payoff pitch. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And he walked him.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball. Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
2 on, 1 out. That one is absolutely belted
That's foul.
Down the line, and it's foul. Here's the 0-2.
That's the ball.
That pitch down. Really good
ball.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
That misses the zone. Full count now. MLB Marte in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that'll load the bases.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So up next, MLB Marte. He popped out his first time.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Swung on, belted. Way back there. It's gone. Grand slam. It's his 6th home run of the season, and the Reds jump out in front. It's 4-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. 1 big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead. Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
That's a ball.
4 runs already in the frame here in the 2nd game of the series. This one in the air center field. Buxton settles under it. 2 away now.
Up next in Cincinnati, the first baseman, Sal.
And here's the first baseman, Sal Stewart. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Pitch is in there. 0-2 now.
Too
That's the
close
ball.
for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a 1-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And it remains 2-2. Just
ball.
missed.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That's ripped into the outfield. And that is that. Reds claw back with this homer. It's now 4-1. Bottom of the inning,
Leading
and
off
here's the
for
Twins
Twins,
leadoff guy,
the
Trevor
designated
Larned.
hitter, Trevor Larned.
Hard hit left side. In plenty of time to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap. Well, it looks like they want to be real patient with him today. Make him come in the zone. Challenge these hitters. Make him work hard for his outs.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Buxton at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
Outside.
Many
That's the ball.
Teams come in knowing that he can strike out the house. They're very aggressive because they don't want to fall into a 2-strike count.
It's softly on the ground to third. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here for the Twins, and they trail it 4-1. Back at target field. Now it's the Reds DH, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Ryan back to work.
Well, these Reds doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Pitch count is pretty high.
No,
and
that's out.
They've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now. So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs, and hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
Gurriel gets a piece. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
And a pop-off right side, foul territory. He's there. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next in Cincinnati, the third baseman, Gavin Lux.
Ball.
First signs of bullpen movement here in the early going. Michael Kopech getting ready to go. Quijada, a left-hander, also throwing. The 1-0. On the ground.
That's
and
foul.
It goes just foul. The 1-1. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Stays alive. Here's a 1-2.
These
Ball,
first two
that's high.
hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Got him looking for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Here's Jose Trevino, 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on.
That missed. That's a ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Good eye right
Ball.
there.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Hit on the ground to short. Baldwin slings to first, and that is the inning. Nobody left for Cincinnati, but they lead it 4-1. Bottom 4. Now the cleanup hitter for Minnesota, Matt Wallner.
Matt Wallner.
Well, these
Yeehaw!
Twins, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside
That's
of the strike
inside.
zone.
Ball.
You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 1-1. Foul ball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Throws to first in time.
Kind of muffed that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either way, good composure to recover and finish the out at first. That's a play you could easily panic on and throw into right field.
Nope. Ball.
The 1-0.
Pretty
Heck,
rare
what?
location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
The Twins trailing by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. That one way inside.
Ball.
And a payoff pitch. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Twins, the first baseman.
Let's take a look at his pitch usage in this one, Siggy.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. And he's been pretty solid till now, so he may stick with this strategy.
Bell at the plate now, and that's strike one. The 0-1. Swing and a ground ball.
Foul ball.
And that's just foul.
Ball. Nope. Ball.
On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. Third out. Down go the Twins in order. And this is still a 4-1 ball game.
Now pitching for the
Michael
Twins,
Kopech gets the ball now.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Digging in, Matt McClain. Fly to center his first time. And that one fouled off.
Well, these Reds putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Ball. That's up.
Got him swinging.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
No, that's inside. Ball.
Fastball is outside.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That one is inside.
Nope, that's ball four. Runner, take your base.
And I mean,
up next
oh,
Cincinnati,
so close.
The shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
One gone, runner at first. Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. He is struck out, and he is walked.
There it was 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
And a big swing and a miss.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
one fouled off. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. Here comes the 0-1. Runner on the go. Sliced hard but foul. Friedel leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
No,
Tough
that's
take
high.
right there. He swings at that more often than not.
And now
Ball.
2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Runner goes again. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. So 1 left for Cincinnati as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Back in Minnesota, and now for the Twins, Brooks Baldwin. Swings through that one for strike 1.
You know, he's been a tough out for a good stretch now. Pitchers just haven't been able to figure him out. He's been doing a really good job of getting on base as well.
The 1-1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Ball.
That one almost got him. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Fastball for a strike. Inside.
That's the ball.
And that's ball 1. That one at triple digits.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Pareda takes a ball as he stands in for the 2nd time. And that's
ball,
a little bit
that's
high.
up.
And that's ball 2. Next offering way upstairs. And there's the automatic. Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on. Struck him out swinging, and he strikes out the side in the 5th. It's the Reds 4 and the Twins 1. Back back at the ballpark. Let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Jose Quijada. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
He was absolutely on fire coming in, but hitless so far today, Boog. Let's see if the bat remembers it's supposed to be hot.
First offering way inside, almost got him. And the 1-0. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. One away.
Up next, Cincinnati, the first baseman, Sal Stewart.
Hee-haw!
Now the 0-1.
Ball, that's down.
That one missed. Back to the mound. He's got it. Slinging it to first in time.
Up next in Cincinnati, the designated hitter, Lourdes.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. That clips the inside corner for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Ground ball right side. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Reds 4 and the Twins 1. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the Twins DH, Trevor Larned.
Number 9, Trevor Larned.
And a foul ball. In the air, left field. Yastrzemski drops steps, heads back on it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Twins, the second baseman, Luke Keegan.
Foul ball there. And that one wrapped foul.
Ball.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The Reds leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one is downstairs.
That's low. That's a ball.
2-2. Challenge from behind the dish here. So the call stands. So they're now out of challenges. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And it's a hitter. It's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in. So you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball. But either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Buxton in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That one misses.
Low. Ball.
3 balls, no strikes. And a 4-pitch walk.
Take your base.
You can stomach a 2-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there on the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
Fastball for a strike.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
No, that's it.
Buxton off of first with 2 away. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
And a 1-2 again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. It's the Reds 4 and the Twins 1.
Now pitching for
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Cody Hoyer hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. And now it's Gavin Lux.
The third baseman, Gavin Lux.
Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Jacob Latz, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Gets a piece and stays alive. Way inside, gets out of the way.
That's a ball.
And the 2-2. Ground ball, left
Foul
side, and foul ball. Here's a 2-2. Goes down looking.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Wood. Ball.
Hoyer, the tall righty, 200 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. There's the strike at the knees. In the air, right field. Wallner on the move. And there's 2 away.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Matt McLain.
Next for Cincinnati, Matt McLain. On the ground to third. Whips it to first. And the Reds go 1-2-3. It's the Reds 4 and the Twins 1.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Yasver Zulueta.
Leading off for the Twins, the third baseman, Cody Clemens.
Tap foul at the plate. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Oh, and 2 now.
Ball.
Stays alive. The 1-2.
Ball.
And there's a
Ball.
ball. Got him swinging. 1 out.
Up next for the Twins, the first baseman, Josh Bell.
Lined into right. And it gets down for a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Up next for the Twins.
Nice line drive to the full side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And next for Minnesota, Brooks Baldwin, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that drops in for a strike.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Comes up empty.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Ball.
And that one misses up and in. 2-2.
That ball's foul.
Next offering is outside. Out towards right center field. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And there's 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Yeah, now Terry Francona makes his way out of the dugout towards the mound, and he'll make a change. Yasver Zulueta will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
A new pitcher in the game, Andrew Kittredge. Bell, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Ball.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jonathan Loaisiga, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2.
Ball.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Here's a 2-2. And down on strikes. And that ends the inning. It's the Reds 4 and the Twins 1. We go to the 8th. Now here's the Reds leadoff man, TJ Friedl.
Well, no count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Next offering is fouled back. And the 0-2. That one ripped. And that should be extra bases. Pulls into second. That's a double to start the 8th.
As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
Ground ball right side. Bell steps on the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next in Cincinnati, the right fielder, number 4, Noel Marte.
Now it's the right fielder, Noel Marte. And we can't forget his big grand slam back in the 3rd.
Yeah, that's arguably the most impactful swing of this ball game. He's one of the guys the media is definitely going to want to quote from after this one is over, especially if they hold on for the win.
Foul ball.
Ball.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Bell takes it to the bag. Play is made, 2 out.
Up next in Cincinnati, the left fielder, Mike.
Here comes the manager out of the Twins dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Cody Hoyer is done, and he leaves a runner at 3rd. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching for the
Jacob
Twins.
Latz will take over here.
Important job for him to do right now with that runner on 3rd as they try to add on to their lead. Just needs 1 out to get out of it. So this is a huge matchup in this game right here. It's getting late, Boog. He's not really going to go over, is he? Every time we talk someone up, it's like the baseball gods tune in and laugh. really taking all the way right there. I think he's just trying to measure up this new arm out there on the mound.
Here comes the 0-1.
That's the ball.
2 outs and a runner at third, and we're in the top of the 8th. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2.
That's the ball.
And that
That's
one
the
almost
ball.
hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 outs with a runner at third. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Sean Burke appears to be getting loose. Runners at the corners with 2 outs.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Inning over. It's the Reds 4 and the Twins 1. Back at Target Field, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Johnny Pareda digs in now.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Kittredge, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a sinker, a 4-seamer, and occasionally works in a splitter. Hit in the air, center field. 1 down.
Up next for the Twins, the designated hitter, number 9, Trevor Lorna.
That one
That
outside.
missed. That's a ball.
Ball 1. He swings and fouls one off.
That's a ball.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
In the air to left center, De La Cruz moving under this one. That's out number 2.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Now the number 2 hitter, Luke Keeschel, 1 for 3. First pitch,
That's the
and he
ball.
has to get out of the way. 2 down, nobody on. Outside
Ball.
low. Ball 2.
Yeah.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Two one now. There's a swing and a miss.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one
No,
just
that missed. That's
misses
a ball.
the outside corner. And now it's 3-2. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that'll do it. It's the Reds 4 and the Twins 1. Back in Minnesota. In now for the Reds, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Gurriel.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, that hit him.
That got him. Take
And
your
the
base.
leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Up next for Cincinnati, the third baseman, Gavin Lux.
That one is absolutely belted. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair, so that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Jose Trevino.
Nope. Ball.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
The Reds trying to break this one open here at the top of the ninth. That one close,
ball.
ruled a ball. And the count is 2-0. Swing and a foul out of play. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out. And he dodges that fastball. Payoff pitch. In the air, left field. Can't get there. 1 run will score. The relay to second, throw, and it gets away. And in comes the runner from second to score. A big mistake there.
The batter number 9, second baseman, Matt McLean.
Derek Shelton out of the dugout, and he will make the move. Jacob Latz done for the day. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
Coming out of the
Twins,
bullpen for the Twins, Sean Burke.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Fouled off. He was late. Up the middle, base hit, and a run in to score.
Up next is Cincinnati.
Back to the top of the order. Now at the plate, T.J. Friedel.
Nope, ball.
The 1-0. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Connor Prelip, the rookie left-hander, appears to be getting going. Ball to strike. This one chopped up the middle. Baldwin. He flips it to second in time.
Oh, he's safe.
First save. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
De La Cruz.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Friedel, the base runner at first with one out. That one hammered, but pulled foul. The 0-2. Left field. Fair ball. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Noelvi Marte, the next to hit for the Reds. He's already homered in this game. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Still only one out here in the inning.
Ball outside.
Lined into right. 2 down.
Up next is Cincinnati. The left fielder, Mike.
Well, Boog, here's someone we've been hyping up. One of the hottest bats in the league. But today, nada. Zip. Zero.
Hey!
That one misses. And the count even 1-1. On the ground, out to short. Handles, throws to first, and that's the inning. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. The Reds lead it 7-1. You're watching Reds baseball on The Show, Ohio.
Now pitching for
Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Sam Moll.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
leading up for the Twins, the center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
That's in for a strike.
Ball.
So I can't
No,
play
that's
around
down.
with him here.
Ball.
It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Swing and a miss. And now 2-2. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. One up, one down.
Up next for the Twins, the right fielder, Matt Warner.
Heck one.
Oh and 2 now.
Ball.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Down to the last out for the Twins.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Clemens
Ball.
in the box here lets that one go for a ball. There's the
Heck
strike.
one.
To first, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.